Family, what up? We're back. Thanks for being here. I want to present this piece of content, and I had to break it up. I uploaded part of it yesterday, I think, maybe the day before. But anyways, I want you guys to key in on it and see how relevant it is to how everything's going now. I just burped. Anyway, yeah, thanks for being here. This situation is just so interesting to me because it was so much that you couldn't ignore, and there were so many things to question. We knew what was right in our faces, but it still happened. And I just want to see if there will be real justice served, if you catch my drift. I feel like it'd be totally different if the shoe were on the other foot. And all too often, there's a pass given because of certain factors with the people involved. Read between the lines. Yeah. So anyway, I'm done yapping. Thanks for being here. It's all love. Let me know where you're tapping in from. Let me know how long you've been here. Meet me in the comments. Real talk, it's been helping so much lately. Let's get it.
So you got to understand, like, I'm getting to a point where I'm like, wow, I'm looking at this and I'm like, wow, like at the end of the day, like maybe some people might see this, maybe some people might not. It gets to academics. It gets to academics. It gets to Hollywood Unlocked. It gets to certain places, right? She comes out with this tweet that says, keep talking and I'm gonna stop sparing you. It's like, my love, I have not been on the internet for 3 months. And then 30 minutes later, she just goes on live. And it's like me telling you, yo, keep talking and I'm gonna slap you. And then I just slap you. It's like, you didn't do anything for me to slap you. I just slapped you. So it's like, who was talking to who? Who are you saying to keep talking to? I don't understand. Whatever. It gets past this point. And it gets to a place where now she says, I'm gonna stop sparing you, whatever the case. She gets on live. Now, because it got on academics that there was no gunfire wound on the initial report, everyone starts going to her page. Again, she starts reacting to certain things. Now, I'm gonna say one thing. I'm not getting mad at her or whatever it is, because I understand that she is dealing with a lot. Like, when it comes down to, you gotta understand, she lost both of her parents, and I do sympathize with that. I lost my mother, and when I lost my mother, I realized one thing. When you lose a parent, you could be highly susceptible to people around you that are giving you parental guidance or things that feel like parental guidance, to believing that it is parental guidance, and you go with it.
This is my thing, y'all. When you've lost key people in your life, it does one or two things. It makes you value the people that you have in your life different, or it'll just make you just be like, why even blah, blah, blah? They're going to go away anyway type weirdo energy. But anyway, if you've lost major people in your life, why not treat the people right? Why sit there and put a little indirect threat out there? Like, if you keep it up, I'm going to do this or do that. Who made up the story? That's what I want to know. When are we going to get to that part? Who made up the story? Anyway, let's go. I ain't even about to yap y'all heads off.
That's happened to me. I've been at that place where I've listened to a lot of people that led me down the wrong road because it felt like parental guidance that I should have been getting from my mother or my father that at that time wasn't around, or whatever the case is. So now it gets to this point now, whatever the case is, boom, she comes out and she goes, listen, you guys and, you know, all this extra, just keep talking about me. And I'm in the back, I'm over here watching this like, yo, what did I say? I didn't say nothing. I said nothing to you. I didn't say nothing. This nigga keep talking about me, bro. And so, you know what? Now we just gonna do it. This Tory shot me, bro. This shot me. He shot me. She gets into it. This shot me. She starts breaking down the story. And I want y'all to pay close attention to how she breaks down the story. Okay? Really pay close attention. She breaks down the story and she says, yo, I'm arguing. I'm in the car. I'm arguing with. I'm tired of arguing with this. We get into a heated argument. I'm tired of arguing with. I get out the car. This get out the car, and he starts shooting me. For no reason, he starts shooting me.
Her story never made sense to me. Her facts to her story never added up. Real talk. Listen, you're telling me dude got out the car like Pinky from Next, not Pinky, but what was Cat Williams' name? Pinky? It might have been Pinky. With the pink strap, talking about some dance, be dance. Okay. He said something. He said, when you've lost your parents, sometimes you might look to people that might show a certain type of parental guidance, and you might look to them and might be susceptible to things they do or want you to do. Who do y'all think that was to? Listen, this girl's trying to save face. She tried to save face, and it's just not working. Like point blank, period. Anyway, let me shut up because I've been talking too much during these videos. I'm sorry.
So boom, then the cops pull us over and da-da-da-da. Hold on, let's take the first facts back for what she just said. So you mean to tell me that you're in a car with a person and this person is arguing with you? This person has gotten you to a place of like, yo, I don't even want to be around you. Like, I'm above this, I'm out of here. You get out of the car because the heated argument is so heated, and then this person gets out and shoots you in both of your feet, and you jump back in the car? Why would you jump back in the car with a dangerous man who just did a dangerous crime to you, who did this criminal intent to you, and all this? Why?
A person, that's a good point. If it got that heated to where you had to get out the car, he made you dance in both feet, and you got your big, and you got back in the car with dude, that don't make sense. That's crazy work.
Why would you jump back in the car? Well, yo, then the police pull us over, and I see, you know what I'm saying, we're all black in the car, there's a gun in the car, so I don't even want to be like, you know what I'm saying, I don't want nobody to get in more trouble, and I'm trying to protect this man. Because at the end of the day, it's getting shot out here. She then throws the black card at me. I'm trying to protect this black man. My love, nobody ever reported that you got shot but you. So how are you trying to protect me? At what point were you trying to protect me? At what point? Like, you know I got a child. You know that these type of situations, even an accusation, is something that I can't even be playing with. I don't even play with my life like that. So why would that, that to me just doesn't make sense. Okay, cool. Yo, I lied to the cops. I lied to the doctors. Let me tell you why they saying there's glass in my feet though. Because I lied to the cops. I lied to the doctors. I lied to this, that, and the third.
I'm trying to protect this black man. Come on. Shorty, this the thing, y'all. When you stop trying to look so deep at these situations, you see how dumb things are. It's like, bro, that's elementary. Like, it only made sense because the whole thing was this dumb that it'd be more dumb stuff to come out. Like the tactics. Come on, man. I wonder how she probably, like I always say, she probably slept great. But just to play with a person's life, just to jeopardize your own image, getting up here lying. But then to go at people voicing their opinions as if you're not lying. Jeez.
Ladies and gentlemen, I need us to really understand what she's saying here. You mean to tell me that these medical doctors that are in an ambulance that work on-site injuries 24/7 for all day, that have to know every type of on-site injury, the specifications on the type of on-site injuries, so they can treat it right? You mean to tell me you lied to these people and they just treated you for glass when you had a bullet in you? If that's what you're saying, okay, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Let's just say they were dumb. You mean to tell me that the cops who were called for a gunshot in a Suburban or whatever the car was, found that same Suburban and found a gun in it, see you leaking and didn't check you for bullet wounds, I'll give you the benefit of doubt and say they were dumb. You then further said, you then say, oh, well, I was trying to protect this black man, so I never said nothing. I didn't want them to shoot me. I didn't want them to kill me. Okay, but when me and Kelsey and Quan were over there being questioned, you were in a stretcher. No one is going to shoot you in a stretcher. You had plenty of time to tell the cops that you were in danger. You had plenty of time.
Hey, they had to hurry up and get bro out of here because he made you see how weak her theory of what happened was. It's too many hows. Too many what? How? Make it make sense. It's too much of that to go on with her story. It's too many holes in her story. It just really bothers me at how far this thing has went, y'all. A man had almost no longer been here. I gotta say it in a way to stay monetized, but that's really essentially what's going on. And the whole thing is based upon lies. And I feel like if this thing goes the full way, the full length, and what we think is gonna happen happens, it's gonna have to be a lot of payouts. A bunch of payouts. I bet they won't snatch her music down off of streaming sites and do this and do that and do this and do that. I can guarantee you, but I'm done yapping. I'm sorry. Let's go.
I'm not protecting somebody who just heinously shot me after a conversation that we just had. My mind is not on protecting you. I'm bleeding from my feet. I'm thinking about protecting my own life and I'm in danger. Why would you not say that with 2 feet bleeding from 2 bullet holes? From what you're saying? I don't understand that. And then there's this whole narrative of, like, I didn't want to put this black man on I didn't want to get him in trouble. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm protecting this man and he keeps talking. And so now, he keeps getting his media team to start doing certain things to make me look incredible and to smear me. And to make him look good and to make it look like I'm not. Hold on. Ladies and gentlemen, have I been around in the last 3 months saying anything? Have you seen in the last 3 months one article that made me look good during this? One? Have you seen it? You haven't seen it nowhere. Because at the end of the day, my PR team is not out here playing with my jeopardy of my life and freedom. Y'all are doing this for the internet. This is my life. I'm the only person with the case. So at the end of the day, when you sit here, y'all, like, I'm not gonna jeopardize my son, even if I know, regardless of what I know, it will come to light, and the truth will come to light. And no issue with that. I have no issue with that. But I need y'all to understand, like, I'm a human being, bro. Like, this shit hurts, bro. Seeing my friends, people that I had on quarantine radio, be people that were just like my real, like, at least people I thought were my friends, like people I thought were like cool people, like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, everybody just shunned me. I showed everybody love at the top of the year. Everybody was on quarantine radio, hee hee ha ha ha. And the second y'all have an accusation, not even evidence, just come bash me.
Why would you protect somebody that did all of that to you? What incentive do you have to protect somebody like that? That person obviously did all that stuff, not caring, allegedly. So why are you caring to be like, you know what? I'm going to just make something up. I'm about to protect this man. And her voice, you know what? But now let me stop. But why though? For what? Make it make sense.
I'm somebody who just, I don't get a say. Then I understand. Sometimes the way I move is unconventional, and I came to a place where I was dealing with so much just talk and heat and just people coming at me that I made music because I was like, this is how I can speak through what I gotta do. This is how we get so mad about artists making songs about the same thing, money, chains, and cars. So when a nigga comes out and says his true passion, puts his true heart, his emotions, the pain that he's dealing with his baby mother, his child, when a nigga goes and does that and pours his emotion to the tape, or what, he wrong? I'm wrong, I get shunned off. They took me off of every single playlist. They took me off of every playlist. They didn't want my story to come out. They didn't allow my story to come out because it came off insensitive. I want to speak on this. I don't ever want anybody to ever think that I've been insensitive to Breonna Taylor. I marched 9 days straight in Miami for her and George Floyd. I would never, bro, I've mourned this woman as well. And everyone said, listen, we're mourning a black woman today and you dropped an album? How dare the disrespect? Guys, let's bring this back. That day that I dropped that album, my mom, that was her birthday. And that was also the day she died. So I was also mourning a black woman, my mother. That meant a lot to me. My name is Daystar. I'm her youngest son. That meant a lot to me. And all I was doing was giving a truthful album about what I'm going through. And I thought that people were going to be able to hear it and feel me. But they didn't do that.
All right, now put this in perspective, because I said this a few videos ago. That radio show we had, no musician had motion. It was the start of something totally different. Nobody has been through this thing. He's thriving. He's interacting with his people to where the whole game is like, bro, we got to get on Q-Teen radio. Like, that's where the motion is. Fast forward. Yo, I'm selling this and that for this one worth 30. You get this many worth that 1,000, this blah, blah, blah. That NFT package, it was some weird thing with what he was doing with the music. But he's giving out the cheat codes. So now you get this situation where it's blatant that a person that had taken immunity might have done this or that. But people can see and put the details together to draw a conclusion to be like, okay, my guy's innocent. But they chose to play him a certain way. This man is totally hurt because he really thought people were rocking with him. But he's smart enough to know that in certain industries, I don't know, it's weird. Like, go along to get along. I can't say shout out Chris Brown. Like the video. I'm out. Peace.